guys? My name is Tyler, new to the channel here. Today we're going to be taking a look at CZ's brand new striker fired gun. Not their first striker fired gun actually, but the best one, the CZ P-10C. This is a even 4-inch barrel, I believe, so it's going to be like your compact sized gun. Great for carry. This is made to be pretty much a direct competitor to the Glock 19. I've had one before for a brief time and shot one in a 17. Honestly, I really actually like this a lot better than the 19, and at a pretty awesome price point as well. I managed to get this for $430 out the door. Pretty awesome little shooter. We're going to put a couple rounds down here. I'm a little new to the gun, so excuse any misses, but we'll see what we can do here. I'll go ahead and come from the holster. Alright, let's take it down to the picnic table and have a look at it. Alright guys, so we're back with this awesome P-10C. CZ's brand new striker fired gun. It's only been out for maybe a month and a half or 2 months, something like that. I got it very early on. So it's only had about 500 rounds through it, maybe 600, something like that, but so far absolutely fantastic. So basically what you're looking at is almost the exact profile of a Glock 19. You know, it was made to pretty much directly compete with it. Like I said before, I like it better, honestly. There's a lot of features that give me that opinion, so we'll go ahead and delve into that. So first of all, your standard, go ahead and safe it up. So the biggest thing about it that most people will talk about is the trigger on it, so let's go ahead and start with that now. The trigger, we don't have a pull gauge, but what they say is somewhere around the 4.5 pound mark. And so you can have a look here. There's your dingus. So right here, there's very, very little resistance. There's no no pressure to take up there. Here's it comes straight back. A very nice crisp break. Gun will cycle. And that's your reset there. So one more time, back, gun cycles, right there. And it's very audible as well as tactile. So getting those fast follow-up shots, very, very easy. Gun is completely ambidextrous. So you've got mag release on, if you're lefties, you can do it here, or if you prefer, you can do it that way. So it's the style where there's a button on each side. You don't have to reverse it. It's just already there. Some like that, some don't. I don't have any issue with it. It's a little stiffer than an average magazine release. So you're really not going to have to worry about, NDing a mag out. Super nice. It's got a little bit of texturing there, so your thumb's not going to be slipping off. Same thing with your slide stop there. One on that side. Over there, so everything is just right where you need it. This has a little bit of texturing there, very tactile, easy to use. You've got very nice rear and front serrations, so that's one thing you won't have to go get sent away. It's got nice, pretty meaty front serrations if you want to do press checks and that kind of thing. Rears are very nice and easy. You're looking at the phosphorescent sights, so they do need to be charged up a little bit to act as night sights, but so far they've worked very well until I throw some trichicons in there, which is what I'd recommend. Or if Marigold gets sights out, those are good too. All right, back on the range. We're gonna put a couple more rounds through this, try some different shooting stances, possibly move around a little bit. So what's nice about this is there are already quite a few companies actually making really nice Kydex holsters for it. So this is by Gearcraft. I believe that's just gearcraft.com. This is a Kydex holster outside the waistband, light bearing for the Streamlight TLR1 HL, which is the light I recommend over the Surefire, personal preference. Very, very good lockup. It's right where you want it. So if I do it slow, it tugs a little bit, but when you actually draw and want it out there, It's also not coming out when you don't. It has a nice Cordura wrapping to cut off on those reflections when you're stealth operating. So now one thing about the P-10 that some individuals say is the mag release when it's empty and when it's loaded, it's just impossible. But Larry, help! Larry, no. Alright guys, so in all seriousness, the mag release is not that hard. Just a little internal joke there. So even on the ambi side, there's an empty. There's one with 7 rounds in it. Really there's nothing there. Now I did actually do a little tiny mod on the magazines. Not this one, but the concept is there. So where this square window is, I actually dremeled just a tiny bit along that front ledge, because that's where the mechanism actually locks onto it. I dremeled away a couple millimeters, if that, of material. Comes right out even easier, but it really wasn't an issue in the first place, but it helps it out a little bit. So let's put some rounds in. It's a little bit different takedown. I hope I did this right. Press the trigger first, and you've got a double, just like a Glock, down, and it should, yep, it just comes right off. So just keep that in mind. So got, I believe, is a Palmer guide rod. They do make steel guide rods. No issues so far though. And then a very interesting part of this is actually the barrel. Now all the CZ barrels, if you already know, are cold hammer forged. So very nice, very beefy barrel, 1 in 10 twist, and these locking lugs here, so it's a little oily. If you look at those locking lugs, it's the whole width of the chamber there, extremely beefy. So that's an interesting thing they did there, which makes me think they might release like a 40 and a 45 version down the line, just to handle that. If you look at like any other, they're usually not that wide. And then the other thing I like the best is the texturing. Some people say it's too aggressive. I actually really like it. It doesn't really dig my hand that much or cause me any pain. It's just very aggressive, and when you get it in your hand, like you get a good grip, it really is not going anywhere. You've got texturing up on both of your index points there to get a really solid lockup. So we'll take it back and put some more rounds through it. Alright, so we're going to run a little bit of an athletic drill here with 6 rounds. This one's going to get you moving. We'll see what we can do here.
Range is cold.
So, decent amount of misses on that one, mostly at the longer distance, but it's good to do shooting like that. None of that static stand draw flat range shit is nice and all, but try some drills where you get your heart moving. Our front sight starts getting a little wobbly. Much better training than on your your static shit. Get you moving. Instructor Zero, help!